Good morning. We are PhD students from the University of Education, Winneba, and we are presenting a paper on a topic, Exploring Music and Dance Education as Tools for Peace Building and Conflict Resolution in Bawku Basic Schools in Ghana. The presenters are Wisdom Taylor, Darko, Duodu, Leticia, Takpo, and Alfred, Obeng. The background of the study. Bawku is a community in Upper East region of Ghana with a history of protracted conflict between the Kusasis or the Kusasi tribe and the Mamprisi tribe. Decades of violence have led to loss of life and stunted development. Though the government has come in with interventions and also NGOs just to have a lasting peace within the Bawku community. But this seems to be very challenging for the government and the NGOs in Ghana. Bukari 2013 did a research on the conflict and posited that the past measures have often excluded the involvement of the general public, especially the youth. And his research indicated that the conflict in Bawku is being fueled by the youth within the community. Though, when it comes to the resolution of the conflict, the youth are not being involved in it. Music education is empirically proven to develop children holistically. And we see the need that music education, when embedded in the basic schools through peace education by teaching children to be able to be tolerant with other tribes, this lasting protracted peace that we are calling for can be achieved. And so music education is imperative in the basic schools because it helps develop the child holistically by developing the affective domain, the cognitive domain, and the psychomotor domain. And there are researches that back all these positions. Statement of the problem. A protracted conflict in Bawku has seen Western conflict resolution methods which have been ineffective over the years. And according to Kirby 2006, he posited that the indigenous method is the most effective resolution method that can help brings lasting solution or resolution to this particular conflict in Bawku through approaches like mediation, negotiation, reconciliation, and so on. We also think that if that is the case, then this mediation, negotiation, and reconciliation as an approach to bring lasting solution to this conflict in Bawku can be embedded in music education at the basic level and help to conscientize children right from the basic level. So before they get to their youthful ages, they really understand the need for peace. And then they really will understand the need for tolerance for each tribe in this community. A statement of the problem. The Ghana Education Service 2019 remarked that there is a need to generate a learning system that will not just give knowledge to individuals but also the necessary skills to develop the right values and attitudes. The school curriculum can be used to build a foundation of peace, brotherliness, and appreciation for different cultures from a young age. We think that the protracted tribal conflict in Bawku requires a protracted resolution, and schools are microcosms of the society. They contain children from all tribes involved in conflict, making them ideal environment for sowing seeds of peace. Purpose of the study. The purpose of this study is to investigate music and dance instruction in selected Bawku basic schools to ascertain how it facilitates peace education and conflict resolution values in children. The research question is, what is the role of the music and dance teachers in peace education within the conflict-prone community of Bawku, which is situated in Ghana? Literature will be reviewed on the conflict in Bawku, and we look at something like Pusiga 2009, Bukari 2013, Kirby 2006, and Long 2010. They all have done several researches on the conflict in Bawku and some of the dynamics within that particular conflict that makes it very challenging and difficult to be able to resolve. And then we also have the Indigenous Conflict Resolution and Peace Education, and we have Nu and Nima 2001, and San 2020, Bukari 2013, and Danes 2011, who has also done certain research, and they will be cited, and then their literature should be reviewed in this study or in this paper. Also, music and dance as pedagogical tools for peace building. We have Daisy 2002, Delhi et al. 2008, Gardner 2000, Howard 2019, Hopeman 2005. They've all done several researches on the pedagogical approaches for peace building. The theoretical framework. The Peace Education Theory by Danish 2011 underpins this study. Danish peace education theory is in three thematic areas. That's, first of all, equipping students with knowledge, courage, and skills to create violence-free environments. The second one focuses on conscientization, changing consciousness to reject violence. And then the last one too is viewing students as not just future peacemakers, but as active agents of peace in their present communities. This study will investigate how peace education is integrated into music and dance instruction in Bawku basic schools. The methodology. Research design is case study. The case study design is what we use. The paradigm is a qualitative research, because we want to explore the how and the why in a natural setting and get an in-depth understanding of the phenomenon and the situation in Bawku. And the data collections will be interviews, which is the teachers, and then observation of music and dance lessons in the basic schools in Bawku. And then we will use the field notes and audio recordings as part of the data collections tools. When it comes to the population, students and teachers from 10 basic schools in Bawku form the population of this study. And then the sampling that will be used for this study is the quota sampling method, or the quota sampling approach. 10 basic schools will be selected through the quota sampling, and because we want to cover the entire schools in Bawku, we'll be using 10. We'll select 5 from the public schools and 5 from the private schools, so that we will have a representative, equal representative from each of the schools, both the government schools and then the private schools. Okay, and then we have the purposive sampling that will be used to select 10 teachers from the basic one of each school for interviews and then observation. And we are selecting the basic 1 teachers because the age range is the particular range or age of students that suits this particular study, in the sense that students between age 8, 9, 10, thereabout, students that are very active and always engaged in physical activities and all that, very active. And so peace education at that particular level, when it's being embedded in music education, will go a long way to help them. And when they get to their youthful age, they will become, they will really understand the need for peace. And the data collection period is a full school term to ensure data reflects the state of the instruction. And the data analysis for this study is the qualitative thematic analysis. Data will be transcribed and reviewed, and then key themes and patterns will be identified inductively, building from specific data to general themes. Some expected results and discussion. The study expects to find how teachers currently use or could use music and dance to teach about peace, tolerance, and cultural appreciation. It is also expected that the challenges teachers face in linking the curriculum to conflict resolution will be studied or will be divulged out of this study. Student responses to cultural diverse music and dance activities will also be found out in this study. The study will discuss and interpret the findings through the lens of Danish education or peace education theory, and then the literature on indigenous conflict resolution. The significance of the study. This study will inform policies or could inform the development of a more context-sensitive creative art curriculum for conflict-prone areas. When it comes to practice too, it will provide practical strategies for teachers to become agents of peace building. And in a community sense or community-wise, it will offer sustainable bottom-up approach to conflict resolution by empowering the youth. And in academia, it will contribute to the literature on arts education and peace building in West Africa. These are some of the references for our study. Thank you. We look forward for questions and answers.